Hey guys, King of Clubs sent me the final bat of the 3 review bats, and this one is from Matty Wakefield at Wakefield Cricket in Melbourne. Comes with a labelled thick full length cover with a handle. This is the Alpha Prime Wakefield GTX. So Alpha Prime is the top quality willow that he has, and this particular one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a 10th grain on the side. You can see there that it's got a natural oil finish. Matty hand makes his own bats in his workshop down there that you would have seen if you are active on YouTube and follow the local bat makers. The Alpha Prime is the 2020 bat with a low middle, and you can see there's some scalloping. So it's probably got a 4mm concave going on there. And it's also got a little bit of a counterbalance happening on the handle. It's got a different sort of shape handle on it. It's semi-oval but feels natural in the hands. Really narrows up here, so you don't really have that spine going up through the handle. Really narrows there, but you've still got 16mm here. This one's labelled 2.9, so we'll see what it actually weighs. But it feels natural. Feels like you want to go hitting. The actual bulk of the willow is down here in a mid-low position, so you can really get onto the front foot and crack it right there. It's got a 28 or 29mm toe, so there's still plenty of willow left down there. It's got a bit of a duckbill happening. Really heavily sculptured, which I like. He's really taken the time to take this piece of willow down to the weight that he wanted and still leave plenty in the hitting area and not really a lot in the areas that he's not going to be hitting. So it reminds me a little bit of, not the same shape, but what Laver does with one of his bats. Gives it a really low, pronounced middle down the bottom with not a lot of willow up through the top. But as far as pickup goes, this bat feels 2.8 in the hands, and that's pretty good considering it's got such a low middle, and probably assisted by that slight counterbalance. I wouldn't say it's full, but I mean, with all the willow taken out here, that sort of wouldn't really help as far as balance. So it's got all the wood down here, so it balances really well for a bat that hasn't got a lot happening up the top here. But you're not supposed to be hitting it here, so it doesn't really matter. 2mm concave on the face, I checked that before. That's not the actual stickers. This season, the GTX, Matty was kind enough to send me the labels for the GTX for this season, and so they come in red. Looks a lot different. I like it. So that would distinguish the 2 models that he makes, which is the Striker, the Warrior, three Striker, the Warrior and the GTX. So there you go, and you've obviously got your different grades here, Alpha Prime being the top. Very nice. So let's give it a tap up. I'm not going to be able to bounce the ball on it, but I think we'll learn enough seeing this is handcrafted from the tap up and the ball mallet. Have a listen to it. So as expected, low middle. Need to knock in. There's never anything going on down the bottom here. Yeah, nice. Off centre. So really in the middle is where the action is happening. I said it felt like 2.8. Let's have a look. Alright, it's 2.8. There you go. Which is good for a low metal bat. Often they tend to feel a lot heavier than they actually are on the skulls. Let's bounce the ball mallet. This bat needs a knock in, but it's going to go pretty well right there. You can hear that nice sound. Very nice, Matty. So there we have it. That's the GTX Wakefield, 10 grains in an Alpha Prime Willow. Heavily sculptured 2020 weapon. Picks up its weight, and if you middle it, it's going to go places. Thanks very much to King of Crowns for organising this, and also thanks to Matty, who I chatted with online, gave me a lot of information about the brand.